Hello everyone, it is Cosnime and I'm back with more Tales of Zestiria. So let's see, last time we discovered what happened to the Lord of Calamity, which turns out is also connected with us and Mikhailo. Yeah, that was a
What a
heavy
sad
plot.
turn of affairs. There was more to it than just Heldalf and the shepherd Michael. So many factors converged to bring about that disaster.
What happened in that village was so ghastly, you can sort of see how Michael finally came to do what he did. But still, no one except maybe his closest friends ought to buy "I was in the depths of my despair" as an excuse.
Right. The actions he took that day changed the fates of millions.
That's
Yeah.
true. It was his thoughtless curse of eternal solitude that paved the way for Kittybeard to become the Lord of Calamity. Without the curse, old Sourpuss never would have hated the world so much. Never would have wanted it to turn into a world of hellions.
You can't blame the people of Highlander Rollins for seeing him as a monster. But I get the sense that deep down, in his own misguided way, he just wants to bring peace to his country.
Some of the blame, too, has to go to the former shepherd for keeping secret the fact that he'd spirited Moutelis away. Because of that, folks who didn't know the true situation wound up desecrating the shrine and causing Moutelis to transform into a Hellion.
That's right.
Yeah,
If
he has
they'd
a
only
point.
talked about it more openly, there might have been better understanding and cooperation.
It also looks like the former shepherd didn't really trust anyone other than his own flesh and blood. To those who believed in the shepherd, I can think of no greater wound.
True enough. He may have genuinely wanted every one of them to be happy. But if he never shared this desire with anyone, then...
Regardless of Michael's circumstances, it doesn't change the fact that what Heldalf did was unspeakably cruel. That he would toss strangers to the wolves just to further his own interests.
None of this comes down to black and white, that's for sure.
Yeah, not
Well,
Kenny.
Maven told us just to feel and experience what had happened. We'll go tell him what we felt.
Suppose. Ah, damn it. Guess now we have to take care of the trash that the other what's it called, that the shepherd did. God damn it. Then again, I don't know if he's also to blame. Well, it's like Mikhailo said, it's not everything's black and white. Hey there,
You're back.
what you doing?
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just wanted to make sure the monolith doesn't get damaged. Your thoughts?
No one involved was fully in the wrong, but no one was really right either. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah,
A useful understanding to reach. Now, your answer.
Sorey, let us hear your answer to this.
My answer is I want to save Heldalf. The shepherd's job doesn't just boil down to quell the Lord of Calamity, or even clean up the previous shepherd's mistakes. When malevolence consumes seraphim and turns them into hellions, we save them. Yet when it brings misfortune and grief to humans, we say they only have themselves to blame. It doesn't seem fair.
So that is your answer.
Dunno if it counts as one.
There are humans out there just like Heldalf.
well,
He
he's
just
your
happened to
answer.
play one part in a cascade of terrible events.
I'm not gonna say you shouldn't sympathize with him, but I will say it would strike me as bizarre to completely let him off the hook for the horrors he brought to such a peaceful village. And what he's trying to do now is still messed up, right?
Absolutely. It's wrong, period, and I will stop it.
But even so, you would save this man?
If I won't save humans like Heldalf, who've had Hellionhood thrust upon them, I'll never see humans and Seraphim live in peace.
I see. So then you...
Really are an idiot.
Yep, Sorey is Sorey, and we love him for it.
God
That's
damn it,
right.
guys.
He couldn't be anyone else even if he tried.
So, Mr. Teller, that what you were looking for?
For such a man, ending his loneliness curse would be the sole path to salvation. Do you understand what that means?
Taking his life, I would expect.
Sorey, can you carry that burden with you?
Indeed. That, even more than your answer, is the crucial matter.
Right. What's important now is whether you truly will not waver. Or rather, whether you truly believe in your answer and are willing to accept its repercussions.
No matter what happens, and no matter what cost.
Oh boy.
Wait, are you asking him to prove his determination in battle?
Put bluntly, yes.
Of course. Can you
In
hear
order
the music?
to defeat one who has been abandoned in time, the bonds of strength must be severed. Show me how that is done.
Defeat the one who has been abandoned in time. You can't be talking about...
How to sever the bonds of strength.
So eternal loneliness is a curse, you say? It makes sense now.
Old man,
Now then, show me!
Okay, I'll show you, I think.
Don't hold back! I certainly won't!
But even if there is a way to sever the bonds of strength...
And if we were to actually use it,
then what would happen to you?
Do you see why it is you waver? Settle this, Shepherd!
Do not let Maven's conviction go to
I'm
waste.
trying. Also, I lost sight. Okay, there you go. Alright, come on.
How's this?
Right, there you go, there you go. Give me a few minutes. Restore the... There you go. Let's do this again. Oh crap, this is gonna be good. Alright, come on. It doesn't keep so cousin to be doing much. Alright, come on. There you go. Come on. Okay, this is causing a little bit of damage, so not that much. Come on! Jesus Christ.
Break on through! Water! My goal is ahead! Water follows you!
Nice.
Ocean Blitz! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow!
Ah, shit.
Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow! Look out! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow! Release my spirit! Pierce and explode!
Alright, come on. Go. Ow, 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 ow.
Shatter to lose!
Oh, shit.
Open the floodgates! Breakdown! Here goes! Lord of Wind! You're careless! Look out!
Come on.
Shatter to lose! Break on through! Say zero! Here goes! Burst! Here it comes! Shatter to lose! Look out! You're careless! Look out!
Ow. Shit.
Bubble arrow! Break on through! Say zero! Straight bangs! Open the way forward! Look out! Here's an explode! Here it comes! Open the floodgates for you! You're careless! Look out! It's like that! Don't overdo it! Break on through! Here it comes! Shatter to lose! Aim and fire! Here it goes! Find the vortex! Here it comes! Shatter to lose! Open the floodgates!
Not again. Jesus Christ.
This can't end. We're all here. Look out! Lord of Wind! This is for you! You're careless! See you! Be gone! Iron Pearl! Oh my God! Iron Heart Rock! Ribbon Here!
Oh god. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. I need...
Razor Vortex! Purify the earth! Very simple! Come to my side! Rock Satellite! That's it! This is for you!
Are you...
Get back!
You're pretty good.
Lord of Wind! Ripping Giant for you! Scrap Toss! Ripping Giant! How's this? You feel it? Right out! Take this!
Come on.
Win! Here! This is for you!
Please hurry up and just... So dying. So dying.
You're careless! Come to my side! Rock That's it! Get away! Feel the joy! Come to my side! This is for you! Here! Close, get back! Purify the earth! Scrap toss! Eat this! Scrap toss! Eat this! Iron Burn! You're careless! That's it!
Shit.
You're pretty much screwed.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Way to fall down there! Here, move! This is for you! Here! This is for you! That's it!
God damn it. No, 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 no.
Way to fall! Go for it! This is for you!
Well done.
Oh, finally. My god, dude.
What I want
You're
to
a
see
tough
is
one.
not a mere display of strength.
So you really are immortal?
You understand by now, don't you, the way to defeat me?
Yes. Turn my friends into attacks with wills of their own, and use those attacks to pierce through the bonds of strength.
What Dazzle said he did.
Then why aren't you doing it? I'm not a Hellion. Even if you make use of that means, your friends will not be consumed with malevolence. You won't admit it. After all, to demonstrate that method upon me is tacit acknowledgement that it is your only option with Heldolf as well.
But Maven, isn't there any other way at all?
No. Even Lila's power is not enough to purify one as consumed with malevolence as he is. You should know that.
Sorey. Rose.
If you weigh lives on scales, you will falter at the crucial moment. All the more so if it is your friends' lives in question. But if you do waver, and your wavering leads you to a faulty answer, you may never recover. In this way does virtue become vice.
But if you will die for the answer you truly believe in, even failure will not stop you from rising again. What you should fear is not failure, but rather that fear itself will compromise your belief in your answer.
Lila.
Now then, sorey.
If you intend to make this a farce, then I shall end it. Show me, not just with words, but with the spirit of belief. I shall end it.
God damn it.
It is a damned shame, Lila. Unfortunately, it looks like they still don't understand. So, it was all for naught.
No, just a little bit more. Even when they resented their own helplessness, even when they grieved for a fallen comrade, even when evil schemed to lead them astray, sorey and his companions have pushed ever on, never losing themselves. Knowing fear, but not malevolence, they came all this way to stand here together.
You're really something.
I don't like having regrets, and I don't like giving them to other people either. Don't you forget it.
Sorey, Rose, you paralyzed or something? Going up against Hellions is already life or death. It shouldn't be new to you.
Edna. Zavid.
It's just as they said, Rose. Sorey, do you remember what I told you? Back at Lady Lake? I didn't come all this way just to be a liability. I said it before. Do I need to say it again? No.
If the shepherd sorey truly believes in his answer, then surely may he bring an end to the Age of Chaos.
Then show us. Show us your answer.
Sorey!
Everyone.
Come on, sorey.
You have good friends, lad.
Darn right.
He does.
Let's go!
Come at me!
Lord of Water!
Don't just charge in there.
Maven! This is... my answer! Ugh.
Old man!
Maven?
What the? I didn't even shoot.
I thought I could hold out until you finished it, but...
Maven?
Oh, I'm so sorry it came to this.
You're an idiot too.
You're not wrong, but I have no regrets.
What is
going
what
on?
happened?
What are you saying?
Come on!
It's because I violated the taboo.
If the user
Oh.
breaks the terms of the oath, the special powers granted by the oath likewise vanish.
You should have told us.
Please, do not blame Lila. She merely did what she believed was right for all of you. And it was my decision to make as well.
I believe too. In my answer. And in my friends. And for their sake, I will not waver in what must be done. So there will be no regrets.
It is time to say our farewells.
I promise. I'll never forget what you've told me, Maven. And I'll teach it to others as well.
Sorey, you've... Never did I imagine I would die with others by my side. Thank you.
my god. That's nice of you, Sorey.
Let's go!
To Camlon?
Yeah. Maltellus should still be there.
Let's make for Elysia first.
There should be a road there leading to Camlon. We saw Gramps come running when the village fell.
Oh, that makes sense. So Camlon was close to Elysia.
Very likely. That fits with the idea that it was a strategically important location for Highland, Rollins, and the Northern Powers.
Yeah, good point. But it looked to me like the road to Camlon was sealed off.
Yeah, by my mother.
You can cry if...
I told you I'm not going to cry.
Looks like this is the final battle.
Let's end this.
Right on!
Oh boy. Yep. They're not wrong. We're about to head to the final battle. Except not yet. There's still a lot of stuff I want to do. One of the things is that while I discover who is continue this sub-missions or sub-story, I discovered that there was an extra ability that Ray and company were about to get, which I think requires go to certain events.
So if we cut the tie between Maltellus and Heldolf,
But,
we'll be home free,
I want those.
right?
I'm not so sure about that.
It looks like they'll
He's
become
strong
much
enough
stronger
to use the
if I
Earth
do.
itself as a vessel. Will that really be all that it takes?
Right. We'll probably have to purify all the malevolence attached to the land as well.
Is that right, Layla?
She sells seashells by the seashore. Yep.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
He's got to be
Not
doing
you
that
too.
on purpose.
Originally, he was the one who would purify the land. His power was the blessing of the land itself.
Like a natural purification of sorts, huh?
Don't think that's gonna be enough this time.
Certainly the activities of the shepherds also contributed to the Earth's natural purification from the outside.
But now it's just Sorey, and no one else.
We need to have a plan of action before moving on. But all the same, we can't sit around brooding all day.
For sure. That's a whole bunch of Norman we found.
Yes, an abnormal amount.
But I gotta say, their abilities really are helpful. Why does everyone leave them alone?
Yeah, you'd think there would be droves of Seraphim asking for their help.
Long ago, there was in fact an enormous demand for them. They were booked up for months at a time.
So why are they just wandering around now?
One day their leader, well, their leader-ish person, rose up against the extreme work conditions, demanding autonomy for Norman Seraphim, plus a significant raise in wages. He called on the other Norman to join the fight for independence.
A Norman revolt?
Were there many casualties?
None. The only one pushing for independence was the leader-ish fellow. The others were simply like,
We don't mind helping, but it'd be real sweet if we could get maybe a 300-year break between crunch time.
and that was more or less that.
So easy going. But that's Norman for you.
And what happened to the leader?
Well, that's a whole nother...
After a protracted battle with another Seraph, he lost and was never seen again. Or so the story goes.
Huh. So Norman have their own history too.
Lila, I get. But you sure know a lot about Norman, Edna. You really must like them a whole...
I just hear rumors, that's all. You were just waiting for me to pick you up, weren't you?
strong!
Oh no! This isn't armadillo!
It's round, I guess, but it's just a pill bug.
I won't accept such a half-hearted attempt. It's ball or nothing.
Serpent of water!
Get lost!
Yeah!
Lightning ball!
Who's rock away? Blue flurry! This one's tough. Who's in break on through! More than water! My foe is the heavens! The vortex swallows you! It! Burst! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow! Blistering bang! Spiked vortex! More than water! My foe is the heavens! The vortex swallows you! It! Blue flurry! Shatter to lose! Burn away! Don't push yourself, Lila! Resilient! Aqua blade! Raging winds! Freezing strike! Let's keep it up! Take that! Freezing strike! Cut through!
Take this!
Blade bang! The down the blast! Keep it up! Alley cyclone! Yeah! Freezing strike! Strike! Searing gale! It's over! Wimber! Weak!
Feeling the pump,
Concentrate! Feel the burn! Sword flare! Go! Whirlwind slash! Wins! Final projectiles right back! Earthborn! Gale bang! Tiger blade! You're gonna get big! How's this? This is the zestiria! Caught my path!
Take this!
Gale bang!
Fly out!
Gale bang! Torrent speed! Dark star!
Purify the earth! Very little!
Too close! Dark star! Not this time! Shred him!
Take this!
Gale bang! Whirlwind slash!
Rising sand!
Dragon blade wins! Gale bang! Whirlwind slash!
Sleeping dragon!
Go! Shred him! Razor vortex! I need a hit!
Have to do it! Purify the earth! Surging up!
Be careful! Purifying blades! Breakthrough! Scorch down! Get lost!
Arts are effective on crustacean aliens.
Breakthrough! Scorch Valley! May your knowledge blood move! Launch Blade! Get lost! Who's on the breakthrough?
Retreat for now.
I need a hand!
Spirit cleansing!
Breakthrough!
Breakthrough! Away! Blinding vortex!
Blood move! Molten wall!
Here's the explode!
Get lost! Burning charge! Pillars of fate! No escape! Crimson Cross! Blood moon!
Is this my all?
We cannot avoid this battle.
Current!
Oh no! This isn't armadillo.
It's round, I guess, but it's just a pill bug.
It's
I won't
time!
accept.
Howling Blade! Full Tempest!
This is
Pillars of fire!
Let's get him!
I'll strike down! Vermilion flare!
good.
Shred him! Gale bang! Whirlwind slash! Razor vortex!
Burn away!
Vanish! Strategy! Here goes! Virulent charge!
Release my spirit!
Not this time! Whirlwind slash! Wins!
Molten wall!
Gale bang! Shred him! Virulent charge!
Release my spirit! Rhapsody!
Razor vortex! Can you keep up? Come, divine wings! Swarm the skies! Sylvestia! Strike! Shred him! Wings! Fighting protection!
Crimson flame!
Gale bang! Torrent speed! Dark star!
This might be
Strong enough.
Yeah! Tiger blade! Yeah! Sword rain! side! Rock solid! Ready? Right, Leo? Eat this! Shake 'em up! Scrap toss! Ready? Go! Eat this! Iron curtain! Quiver!
You're pretty much screwed.
Purify the earth! Very simple! Cry out! Take this! Quiver! Iron curtain! Monolithic current! Eat this! And now be careful!
Blistering Ray!
Yeah! Freezing strike! Howling cyclone! It's over!
Here it comes! Ocean Cliff! Open the way for it!
Send it back!
Breakdown!
Gotta feel the burn!
First! Shadow Illusion! Saint Zero!
This might be bad.
It can't end here! Can't hold back if we want to win!
Oh no! This isn't Armadillo!
It's round, I guess, but it's just a pill book.
I won't accept such a half-hearted attempt. It's ball or nothing.
Pretty good.
Dark Star!
Go!
Red wins! Gale Bang! Vanish! Strategy! Razor Vortex!
Lightning Strike! Spring Force!
Strategy! Whirlwind Slash! Razor Vortex! Gale Bang! Shredder! Razor Vortex!
Vermilion Crescent!
Go! Whirlwind Slash!
Vermilion
Carmine!
Crescent! Molten Wall!
Knock his time! Red! Carmine! Get him!
Scorch Path!
Violent Protection! Razor Vortex!
Break through!
Knock his time! Shred him! Carmine!
Radiant Heat!
Gale Bang! Whirlwind Slash!
Laser Beam!
Gale Bang! Go! Go! Shred him!
Surging Flame Surround!
Gale Bang!
Take
Raise
the
the back! Go! Shred him!
Lord of Fire!
Strike! Whirlwind Slash! Go! Gale Bang! Shred him!
Scorch Path!
Knock his time! Violent Protection! Shred him!
Purgatory
Knock his
Attack!
time! Shred him! Come forth! Gale Bang!
Vermilion Crescent!
Strike! Torrent Speed Virulent Stars! Vanish!
Burn away!
Gale Bang! Shredder! Violent Protection! Gale Bang! Whirlwind Slash! Go
Rise
here.
of Phoenix! Vermilion Rain!
Earthborn! Purify the earth! Very simple! Rose, get back! How's this? Get up! Come to my side! One side! How's this?
Trap them!
Searching landscape! Shake them up! Rocks of protection! Purify the earth! Very simple! Quiver!
Earth Pulse! Burning Shot!
Quiver!
Right out!
You're pretty much screwed.
Now! Release my spirit! Vermilion Crescent!
Lord of water! Pierce and explode! Break on through!
Rain of Fire! Burning Shot!
Break down!
Burning
Vortex! Splitting! Pierce and explode!
Vermilion Crescent!
Don't push yourself, Lila! Bubble arrow! Break on through! Splitting! Shatter to lose! Splitting! Here it goes! Here it comes! Break down!
It can't be.